Okay, we are back for the part 2 of the Dead Rising 2 No Weapons Perfect Run. I'm your boy Chad and we'll get straight into it. We just beat Ted and rescued Snowflake. And oh yeah, I'll say it now, I'm only going to be pointing out the combo cards that I find on posters. So the other ones from saving survivors and reaching level 50 and such, I won't be pointing them out as we go. But if you do as I do, you'll get them all. I'll also show you how to make the secret combo card as well. Set your marker to welcome to the family, and then you can take Lenny and head into the Palisades. Snowflake will always zone in, no matter where she is, but sometimes I fuck up and I forget to bring the survivors in, so I had to zone back in to get Lenny and come back out again. But either way, head left and go into Shanks. If you're using weapons, then chef up the zombies with the weapons and that. For me, it's a nauseating amount of bastard jump kicks. Seriously dying for some new moves at the moment. But clear the zombies around Kenneth and Jack, and then speak to old Ken, and he'll direct you to Jack the lad. Talk to him, and then they'll both join up. After they've joined up, I went upstairs and eventually worked out where Stan's large print books and magazines were, and I grabbed another one of the gambling magazines. Again, you can grab these now if you want, but it might be better to get maybe the Horror 2 magazine, or save the space for something else. Once I'd finished fanning about in Stan's, I took the survivors down the Palisades and waited for the slow asses to zone into the Atlantica. And then if you stick to the right hand side, you'll go past another combo card poster, this time for the Holy Arms, which is a pretty cool weapon to be fair. But I went round the left hand side like a fucking smooth brain. But either way, take your squad out onto Fortune Park. It's definitely advisable to save, and then take your crew into the Fortune City Hotel. Talk to Rebecca, and she'll want you to follow her through the South Plaza, which is easy enough. She'll imply that maybe you need a shit or a wank or a sank, I guess. But hit that shitter if you want to save, otherwise carry on. Keep an eye on your survivors though, and head on down to the arena. And there is an important magazine coming up shortly, and this is something that you don't want to miss if you're trying to hit level 50 in one playthrough. So follow the marker, try and open the door when Becky is nearby, and then she'll open the door with a cutscene. After that though, turn around and head back in and get that rescue magazine. This gives you a PP boost for saving survivors, which is going to be super handy. At this point you could take your current gang back to the safe house, and most of the videos I've seen of people playing this game, they do that now, but I don't see any reason not to grab the 3 survivors that are on the way. Since you're going to fucking pass them, you might as well pick them up. So set the marker to workers' compensation and head into the Americana Casino. When you locate Brittany and Stuart's going to act up like a saft cunt and need a couple of slaps. But if you do want to use your fists, press up on the D-pad. But if you've got a full inventory, be careful because you'll drop that first item. But I smacked him around a bit, and Snowflake decided she wanted to defend him and she took me down. But anyway, once you've shown Stuart what's what, he'll join up. But don't forget Brittany like I normally do. You can also complete Luscious Lady now if you're still good for time, which you should be. Basically, go and save this drunk bint who wants to party at the safe house. Talk to Kristen and she'll join up as well. Just try not to run off impatiently like I do. Take them all now into the Royal Flush Plaza, and then head into the safe house, and you'll have one massive PP boost. Hopefully you'll gain at least 2 levels as well. Head into the security room and finish the case. After that, you can interact with Snowflake to give it to Katie as a gift. Once that's done, it's time to head back into the vent. Now I'm currently waiting for the case barn burner, but for now you can head towards the Americana Casino and grab another combo card on the poster, which is for the tenderizers, which is not the best. The knife gloves are way better. The knife gloves and the spike bat is basically all you need for the whole game, and as I'm going to show you, don't even need those. So because I was killing time, I kicked the shit out of some of these fucking soy boy looters. Still really wanting that knee drop right about now. But after these jokers have been dispatched, I went up to the magazines to get the Gambling 1 magazine, which I must have dropped at some point prior. Again, don't worry too much about these for now, but you will need them for grinding poker games and also for grinding money. And also I should mention the slot machines with the cash in front of them will always yield wins. I think it's like 5 times. You need to save up, I think it's about 100k for the poker game buy-in, but I wanted to buy the SUV key, so I'll be getting money any way that I can. If you are using weapons, smash the ATM machines. Still waiting for barn burner, but the only reason I didn't go and do the brains over brawn first is because if you have a lady in your group, it makes getting the survivors much faster. Barn burners in the arena, so you can chill in the Americana casino and bend up some zombies with combo weapons, or blend up some mixed drinks. Wine plus wine will give you a quick step, and any two of the same alcohol will give you a painkiller. So like beer and beer, vodka and vodka, whiskey and whiskey. But anyway, at 5 p.m, the call finally comes through, the barn burner. So I head on through to the arena. Because my inventory is full, I drop one of the magazines, so I grabbed this fire extinguisher and put the fire out. I then picked up the magazine and headed into the room. I'd like to shut the door here to keep the zombies out for the moment, right? This guy and his wife are dense as fuck. They say that they figured out the zombies don't like fire, so they made a door out of fire to keep them out. Like, that's some fucking room temperature IQ, that is. No concept of the outcome of the actions, or no little voice telling them, don't do this, you fucking lunatic. Anyway, get Mr. and Mrs. Brainbox in tow, and then roll out. You'll want to head right once you get into the arena properly, and this will take you to the South Plaza. Again, me being a fucking fool, I left Mong and Lloyd back in the arena, so I had to zone back in to get them. Try not to do that. In the South Plaza, you can open the maintenance room and tell the Thicky twins to wait in there, while you go and fuck up these scruffy tea leaves that are trying to take your items and your money and spray paint you, and even take your clothes if they do manage to spray paint you enough. Then, once you've beat the looters, if you call your survivors back over to you, and head into the ultimate playhouse to save these nerds. If you don't have a wench with you, then it's going to be a long conversation. You can just talk to John either way. If you've got a woman in the posse, then he'll join up quicker. Now I just take this large posse back down to the arena, through the Americana casino, keeping an eye on them, making sure they're not getting munched by a zombie and that. But when you're in the Americana casino, it is a perfect time to grab the Zombrex from up on the ledge. You go into the barbecue shack, and then you go to the upper floor and jump onto the lights. Tell your gang to wait by the entrance to the Raw Flush Plaza. My tip for these lights is to try and aim for the centre of the next light ahead. For myself at least, I can't help but mash the button after jumping to make Chuck climb up. And many times I fucking fail, because I've done like a follow-up jump and then plummeted down, which is annoying as shit, so you have to go back around and start again. But if you can make it all the way across the lights, grab the money, and also get the free Zombrex, and grab that stuffed rabbit for Katie. Take the stuffed rabbit and your squad into Raw Flush, and then simply up to the safe house for that sweet PP. Give the rabbit to Katie, which I think only leaves one item left, which if it is, we can't get that for ages anyway. So now I wanted to grind some money. So if you have the gambling magazines, this is perfect. If not, it's probably not worth it going to get them right now. So just maybe smash some cash machines and kill some zombies for PP. And if you don't know how to grind money, it's simple. You just get the 3 gambling magazines, and then you just spam this fucking big ass slot machine in Slot Ranch Casino. You spam the large bet. You'll lose a few and whatever, and you'll think, fuck me, this ain't working. But it works. Like, sauce, trust me, bro. I've done it plenty of times. Just keep the undead fucking shit bags off your back and rinse this casino for some super stacks, like you get some mad money. I got to 200,000 in this short amount of time, which is good enough for now. So that's enough of that. Either way, when it's close to 7:30, head back to the safe house and finish the case, then head back out again. For now, I'll drop the magazines, or some of them anyway, because I want some space for the mixed drinks. Then I'll mix up some drinks at the bar, Quick Step and Painkiller, again, always the choice. Keeping the hand-to-hand magazine, of course, and the rescue magazine. Easy enough now, just head through the Raw Flush Plaza, all the way down to Fortune Park, and hit the save so there's no need to mix the drinks again, if for whatever reason this takes too long, or you die, or whatever else. It would be good to have the Psychos magazine at this point, so if you've got that, great. If you want it, it's on top of the cinema rooftop. You climb up on the vending machine and jump across the roofs. But now head on down towards the arena, and you'll face Leon. Now he's one loopy motherfucker. Take that bike key and get on the red bike. The best way to handle this bell end is by riding up to the middle of Fortune Park and then on foot baiting him into getting stuck on the railings. He's a daft cunt and that, so he'll get stuck on there sooner or later, and you can fill him in with a spike bat or knife gloves. Just watch those chainsaws on the front of the bike, of course, they can fuck you up in it. Painkillers all the way. As you can see, I've just got to kick him though, like, so it's a bit more time consuming trying to do it that way. But it's all good, and of course, as I level up, I'll get stronger, and get the attack upgrades, which I cannot wait. Like having the drop kick now would have probably been pretty useful. But you see him getting stuck on the railings and shit. And what made me laugh is he kept talking shit throughout this whole fight, like, "Oh, Chuck, you're scared," or whatever. I can't remember the actual lines of dialogue. But he was like saying that I can't take him on and I'm not man enough to face him or whatever else. And I'm thinking, mate, I'm kicking the shit out of you. And you've got chainsaws and I've just got my feet, mate, and my fists. But it did take quite a long time to take him down. And the worst part of it is, as you're going to see, the game crashes anyway. And I have to fucking redo it all, which is an absolute wounder. I thought people would be interested to see the strategy, or there's not even really that much strategy to it. You just sort of kick the shit out of him and drink painkillers anytime you need to, and just keep laying that boot into Leon. Anytime he gets stuck on the railings like that, you're in for a treat and you can just sort him out quickly. And it's not too much hassle. Like, I figured this was going to be the most difficult psychopath to take down without weapons. But to be honest, I think I was wrong. This was pretty, not tough, but exhausting, I would say. Especially doing it twice. That really sucks. But yeah, he's a crazy bastard. If you watch his cutscene and that, they're all fucking crazy, these psychopaths. Well, indeed, they're psychopathic. But I think my favourite one, if I had to have a favourite, would definitely be the chef, Chef Anton. Well, once he's done, after that fucking long ball ache it was, I'll grab another one of the gambling magazines from the Shamrock Casino. Feel free to grab it or leave it. The leadership magazine is more essential. So grab that from One Little Duck Bingo now. And then it's time for Chuck the Role Model, which is another psychopath battle. You'd want to hit that save, which I definitely should have done. I could have rid the motorbike down as well from the trailer, which would have been better, but as usual, being a spaz, I didn't. What I did do though is get this combo card from inside the cinema, which is for the laser sword. I fucking love that. It's not really great, but it's fun to use, and it's a lightsaber. And as you can see, the fucking game froze, which sucked. Like, that fucking sucked hard, because I had to go and beat Leon again. But either way, get the combo card for the laser sword, which is gems and a flashlight, I believe. Pretty sure. And also, I headed up to get this psychopath magazine so I could get a nice PP boost for beating Leon, which is always handy. Grab that, head on down. Circling back to the game freezing, I think that happens a couple more times in this run. But to me, that is actually part of the authentic Dead Rising 2 experience. At least that's how I've experienced this game on the Xbox. It's pretty much froze maybe 3, 4, 5 times every time I've done a playthrough. As you can see, this time around I'm not doing so good. I'm still wearing him down, chipping away at his health slowly. But this one does take longer. I think it was about twice as long, in all fairness. You know, the method remains the same. You just keep attacking him, backing out when you have to, baiting him back into the rails again. But what I found is this time round he kept deciding to keep doing laps of the that fucking thing in the middle, which is quite irritating, because then obviously I can't do fuck all about it, so I might as well kick some zombies and shit while I wait. Getting him stuck on the railings though is pretty consistent, and even the trees, like, it's something I've been able to do on every single playthrough, and like every single playthrough I've seen other people doing online, they use the same method. It might be interesting to try and, I don't know, try a different way of doing it, because since everyone does it the same way, it might be cool to see something different. I might think about that. I've already got other ideas for different runs that I'm going to try. One of them includes a no healing run, but I think I'm going to build my way up to that, because that's going to be quite tricky, I reckon. But still, keep chipping away at him, sort him out. If you've got the spike bat, which I think is probably better in this fight because it's got a bit more reach than the knife gloves. If you've got the spike bat, you'll have this done in absolutely no time. It shouldn't be too difficult at all. Just fuck Leon up, watch his cutscene at the end, and then you can grab the motorbike and head on down to the bingo hall, grab that magazine. If you want the gambling mag, grab it, but I decided to leave it this time around. Head straight down. I can forget that I already got that combo card, and then head on down to the arena, and this time we can fight Brandon, that hippie fuck. This twat almost fucked me up, but it shouldn't be too hard with weapons, really. Just be careful for when he runs away and hides in the bathroom stalls and shit, because he'll try and sneak up behind you. But just turn around and clean that cunt's clock with your spike bat. or get him acquainted with the sole of your foot if you're going for the no weapons flex. Something you might notice a few times in the playthrough is I might drink a mixed drink and then immediately drink another one. Of course, this is a mistake and it's a waste and it's annoying when that happens. Brandon's more of the same. Attack, maybe twice and then back out. Wait for him to do his thing, go in again for the next attack, back out, rinse and repeat, same old process. I found this harder to do than the battle that we just had with Leon, as I found that Leon was easier to manipulate, you know what I mean? You can force him into the fence basically and par him off like that. But when you're going against Brandon, he'll be attacking you, constantly coming at you. And I did think that, oh god, I'm not going to do this, he's going to beat me. Another call comes through as well, but it's not too important right now. You can just focus on the psychopath. It's not like you miss them. They'll just be there for when you finish and you can pick it up afterwards. Of course, it's taken me a very long time since I've just got this jump kick. I'm getting very fed up with not having another move, but it will come very soon, I'm sure. Can't remember exactly what level the drop kick comes in, or the knee drop, but either way, it's going to be nice when it does. Once you beat this guy, you can save the survivor, talk to Vicky and bring her on board, and then save the game. I do hope that this has been useful to people, or at least you've enjoyed watching it, and drop me a comment with any feedback. I'm still finding my feet with this shit, so, let me know what's good, what's bad, what you'd like to see, so on. And share, follow me on X and Twitch and all that good shit, yeah? I'm going to start working on the next part straight away, and then, yeah, they'll all be up soon. Thank you.